Welcome to our deep dive. And today we're tackling involution.
Involution.
Have you ever felt that feeling? You're putting in so much effort, but it's like you're not really getting anywhere.
Yeah.
Just stuck, like on a treadmill.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a hamster wheel of just never-ending tasks and comparisons and always trying to keep up.
Absolutely.
That's involution.
Yeah.
And we're going to unpack this whole concept.
Yeah.
And more importantly, figure out how to break free.
It really is a fascinating topic because I think it really speaks to a very modern anxiety.
Yeah.
We have more opportunities than ever before.
Right.
But it often feels like we're just kind of running in place.
Totally.
Chasing this definition of success that always feels just out of reach.
Yes, exactly. And it's like we're all caught up in this game of one-upmanship,
Oh, boy.
constantly comparing ourselves and feeling like we're falling behind.
Yeah.
But you mentioned breaking free.
Yeah.
Is that even possible?
It absolutely is.
Right.
But to break free, you first have to understand the difference between involution and its opposite, evolution.
Okay.
Think of it this way. Involution is inward.
Okay.
It's focused on just maintaining the status quo, even if that status quo is making you miserable.
Right.
So it's really easy to get trapped in these fear-based routines.
You mean like staying in a job you hate?
Exactly.
Because you're too scared to start over.
Yeah.
Even though it's just like sucking the life out of you.
Exactly. Or endlessly scrolling social media,
Yeah.
comparing yourself to everyone else's highlight reel and just feeling less than.
Oh, yeah.
So evolution, on the other hand, is outward,
Okay.
growth-oriented.
Okay.
It's about embracing challenges, pushing your boundaries, and just always seeking new experiences and knowledge.
So if involution is like running on that hamster wheel,
Yeah,
evolution is like stepping off and charting a new course.
absolutely.
But how do we even know if we're stuck in involution?
That is a great question because sometimes it's subtle.
Oh, yeah.
We can achieve these traditional markers of success,
Mm-hmm.
the good job, financial stability, maybe even early retirement,
Right.
but still feel kind of empty inside, like something's missing.
Yeah.
The sources that you shared point to the story of Kazuo Inamori, the founder of Kyocera,
Okay.
as a really powerful example of someone who embodies this idea
Uh-huh.
of embracing challenges
Mm.
to break free from that stagnation.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more about him.
Well, Inamori, he's a legendary entrepreneur,
Okay.
but what's really remarkable is how he faced adversity.
Oh.
So, for example, when Kyocera was hit with this major crisis,
Mm-hmm.
instead of panicking, he saw it as an opportunity to
Where?
innovate and restructure the company.
So instead of getting bogged down by the problem, he used it as a springboard for growth.
Yeah, like a launching pad.
That's a pretty impressive mindset shift.
It is, and he actually took this same approach when he was asked to lead Japan Airlines out of bankruptcy
Wow.
at almost 80 years old.
Seriously.
It seemed impossible, but he turned the company around in just over 400 days.
Wow.
By implementing this philosophy that was very focused on personal growth and shared responsibility.
That's incredible. Talk about embracing a challenge.
He was not afraid of a challenge.
But not everyone is a CEO facing down these huge corporate crises.
Right.
How does this apply to like the everyday challenges that, we all face?
Yeah, that's where the story of my classmate comes in.
Okay.
He had what many would consider, a pretty standard life,
Okay.
stable job, a family, a mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
But he felt this nagging sense of is this all there is?
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
So what did he do?
He found his Iron Man.
His Iron Man.
Yeah, his personal challenge
Okay.
in a totally unexpected place. Ultra-endurance sports.
Really?
Yeah, he started training for triathlons,
Wow.
pushing himself physically and mentally in ways he never thought possible.
That's amazing.
And it wasn't about winning medals or anything like that.
Right.
It was about proving to himself that he was capable of more than he thought, about tapping into this hidden reservoir of strength and resilience.
That's so inspiring.
It is.
It shows that breaking free from involution isn't about achieving some big externally defined goal,
Right.
It's about finding your own personal Everest.
Exactly.
Something that pushes you outside your comfort zone and unlocks that potential for growth.
Yeah, I love that.
It makes me wonder if we underestimate ourselves,
Right. Yeah.
get too comfortable with our routines and miss out on those opportunities for growth.
Yeah.
But how do we even begin to find those Ironman challenges in our own lives?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
The sources you shared highlight the power of writing as a tool for breaking free from this inward focus.
Writing.
Yeah.
That seems kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about like pushing boundaries and taking on these huge challenges.
Right.
How does writing fit into that?
Think of it this way. The act of writing, especially writing consistently,
Okay.
it forces you to engage with your thoughts and the world around you much more deeply.
Okay.
You have to wrestle with ideas,
Yeah.
articulate them clearly,
Right.
and constantly revise and refine your thinking.
Okay.
It's a process of constant evolution.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But I can see how like the discipline of writing could cultivate those qualities of like persistence and critical thinking
Absolutely.
that are so essential for growth in any area of life.
Totally.
It's like a mental gym
It is.
for building those evolution muscles.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is that writing is accessible to everyone.
Yeah, that's
You don't need special equipment or training.
Right,
you know?
right.
You just need a pen and paper or a keyboard
Yeah.
and the willingness to show up consistently.
Okay, so putting in those reps, even
Yeah.
when it's hard, builds those mental muscles.
Yeah.
That can help us break free. But what about those of us who aren't like natural born writers?
Yeah.
Can we still benefit from this approach?
Oh, absolutely. The sources emphasize that it's not about becoming, a Hemingway
Right.
or a Toni Morrison or something.
Yeah.
It's really about the process itself,
Okay.
the act of engaging with your thoughts and ideas, and the discipline of showing up consistently.
Yeah.
Even short bursts of journaling or free writing can have a really profound impact on your thinking and your outlook.
Okay, so if writing is one path to breaking free, what are some other practical steps we can take?
Yeah.
I'm ready to ditch this hamster wheel and start moving forward.
Well, the sources offer a handful of really powerful strategies.
Okay.
One of the most important is shifting your perspective.
Okay.
Instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks or burdens,
Yeah.
try to see them as opportunities for growth and learning.
Isn't that a bit of a cliche, though?
Yeah.
Just think positive thoughts and everything will be fine.
Right.
But how can simply changing my thinking actually lead to real change in my life?
It's not just about positive thinking. It's about reframing.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that even the most difficult experiences have the potential to teach us valuable lessons and make us stronger.
Right, like Inamori.
Yeah, exactly.
He faced some incredible challenges.
Huge challenges.
But he always saw them as these opportunities to learn and improve.
Yeah, to get better.
So it's about finding the silver lining, that kernel of opportunity, even in the midst of like a storm.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, I like that.
And along with shifting your perspective, it's important to step outside your comfort zone regularly.
Okay.
That's where the real growth happens.
But that's the part that makes me nervous.
I know it's scary.
Comfort zones are called that for a reason.
I know they are, and they serve a purpose, but staying too long in your comfort zone can lead to stagnation.
Right.
So the key is to find that sweet spot, that
Okay.
edge where you're challenged but not overwhelmed. And it doesn't have to be this giant leap.
Okay, so small steps. Consistently pushing those boundaries little by little.
Yeah, just a little bit at a time.
Okay.
It could be as simple as trying a new hobby, taking a class in something you've always been interested in,
Right.
or even just having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding.
Oh, okay. Those all sound doable.
Yeah.
Though I admit that difficult conversation one makes my stomach churn a little.
I know, it's not easy.
But I get it. No pain, no gain, right?
That's right.
What else is on the list?
Well, this one might sound counterintuitive,
Okay.
but it's crucial: embrace failure.
Or embrace failure.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we're trying to avoid?
I know.
I thought the whole point was to break free from that feeling of not getting anywhere.
Right. But it's natural to want to avoid failure.
Yeah.
But the truth is that it's an inevitable part of the growth process.
Okay.
Every mistake, every setback is a learning opportunity.
Okay.
It's feedback telling us, what to adjust, what to refine,
Yeah.
how to approach things differently next time.
So instead of letting failure, derail us, we should see it as a stepping stone.
Exactly.
A chance to, course correct.
Yeah, course correct. That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
And the more comfortable we become with failure, the less power it has over us.
That's a good point.
And the more we can learn from our mistakes, the faster we grow.
This is making me rethink my whole definition of success.
Yeah.
It's not about avoiding failure.
Right.
It's about learning from it
Absolutely.
and using those lessons to keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
Are there any other strategies that can help us along this path of breaking free from involution?
Yeah, the sources also emphasize the importance of continuous exploration.
Okay.
And that means actively seeking out new experiences, knowledge, and perspectives.
So it's about staying curious, keeping that beginner's mind.
Yes.
And not letting ourselves get stuck in a rut.
Totally.
Okay.
Read widely, travel to new places,
yes.
Try new hobbies,
right.
Have conversations with people who have different viewpoints than your own.
Yeah.
The more we expose ourselves to new ideas and experiences, the more we expand our horizons and our understanding of the world.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about cultivating a thirst for knowledge and a willingness to step outside our comfort zones intellectually as well as physically. It sounds like breaking free from involution is a multifaceted journey.
It is.
It's about shifting our perspective, challenging ourselves, embracing failure, and continuously exploring. And it's also about cultivating gratitude for the challenges we face.
Yeah, that's a really important one.
Gratitude for challenges. Okay, I'll admit that one's a little hard to wrap my head around.
I know.
When I'm struggling, gratitude is usually the last thing on my mind.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's not always easy, especially when we're in the thick of it.
Right.
But if we can step back and view challenges through a different lens, we can start to see them as opportunities for growth and resilience.
So instead of seeing challenges as punishments or setbacks, we can reframe them as experiences that are shaping us, making us stronger.
Exactly. Every obstacle we overcome, every difficulty we navigate, adds to our resilience, our resourcefulness, our wisdom, and those are qualities worth being grateful for.
This has been such an insightful conversation.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I feel like I have a whole new toolkit for approaching challenges and pursuing a more fulfilling life.
Awesome.
Any final words of wisdom for our listeners before we wrap up?
Yeah. Remember, breaking free from involution isn't about reaching some perfect challenge-free state.
Right.
Life is inherently messy and unpredictable.
Yeah.
It's about changing our relationship with challenges.
Okay.
Seeing them not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones on the path of growth.
So it's about embracing the journey with all its twists and turns and recognizing that those very challenges are what shape us and help us evolve.
Yeah, I love that.
Instead of striving for a destination, we can focus on becoming the best versions of ourselves along the way.
That's it.
What a powerful reminder. Thank you so much for this incredible deep dive.
Oh, you're very welcome.
For our listeners, I encourage you to reflect on what resonated with you today. What's one small step you can take to shift your perspective? Embrace a challenge or step outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, moves you closer to the life you want to live.
And never underestimate the power of those small steps. Consistency is key.
Yes.
Keep exploring, keep growing, and keep breaking free.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Until next time, keep diving deep.